welcome back to Surfers Paradise Beach on the Gold Coast. What an action-packed afternoon we have had already here. We've had the preliminary rounds of both the men's and the women's, and coming up very shortly, the top 5 from the men's and women's will battle it out to see who will take out round 1 of this Staminade Triple Crown Series. Well, my co-commentator Grant Wilkinson, he's jumped out of the commentary box because he will be on board as the sweep for the Allura Wilcos, who will line up here in the women's final. Let's take a look how they will line up. Allura Wilco will be in alley number 1, Southport Shooters in 2, Kurrawa in 3, Lorne in 4, and the North Cottesloe Mermaids will line up in alley number 5. Well, fantastic to see 5 crews representing 5 different states here in the final of the women's. You see top of screen there, the Allura crew with Wilco. He will be the sweep for that one. We have a fantastic race coming up, and all 5 crews have already raced 5 times each. Fitness, fatigue will certainly be a factor here for the final race. We'll be on board here with the Southport Shooters as they get off the beach. A very important start for all of these crews. The best crews in the land will be coming out here. No one will be able to afford to make any mistakes. There is the Kurrawa crew in the middle there. We're on board with them right now. What a fantastic series they've had this weekend. 4 wins and a second from their 5 starts, and they are red hot favourites coming into this final. As we can see, they've got themselves out to about a boat length now over the Southport crew. As you can see, we're on board with them. They've had a fantastic weekend as well. They've come in as 3rd seeds into the final, 3 wins, a second and a third. But a great start by Kurrawa. They've capitalised on that, about 2 boat lengths away now as they head out towards the can. They've got themselves some nice flat water and moving fantastically in unison there. Just to the south of them at the moment, Lorne Edge, they're coming in as 2nd seeds. They look like they've edged into 2nd position, or they've been challenged nicely by the crew from North Cottesloe Mermaids. Closer to screen, as you can see now, the team from Southport Shooters and the Allura Wilcos. They are currently in 5th place as we head towards the cans. Just to the right of screen, we can see the team from Southport Shooters. They're in 4th place. Allura Wilco in 5th. We can see the boat there with the bright orange tip. That is the North Cottesloe boat. They're going to come in 2nd place. That looks like how they will turn at the cans. We'll be coming up to the halfway mark of this women's final. The Kurrawa crew, here we can see them now. They're heading towards the cans and looks like they will turn first. Let's take a look at how they get around this can. Probably not the prettiest of turns they've had here all weekend. In this crack final, that could be costly at the back end of this race. Let's take a look at how the rest of these teams get around it. And it looks like the team in alley number 5, North Cottesloe, you can see there with the orange tip on their bow. They had a great turn now, and they will really challenge Kurrawa for this 1st place in the final. Let's take a look at how all of the teams have got around here now. As we said, Kurrawa and North Cottesloe, they turned in 1 and 2. The team from Lorne are in 3, Southport in 4, and Allura in 5. We head towards the beach now, and it is still Kurrawa out in front, being challenged now by the North Cottesloe Mermaids. It is almost a race in 2 as we head towards the beach. Kurrawa pushing hard. They're going to try and get over that one. They're going to drop off the back, and North Cottesloe, they the team have got themselves a nice little run there. They will work this all the way to the beach. Kurrawa now, we're on board with them. They're around about half a boat length behind. Have they got enough in the tank now to challenge North Cottesloe once again? North Cottesloe have got themselves on a nice little run there. If they can hang on to it, 1st place is theirs. The girls pushing hard down this wave. It looks like they are going to take it out. North Cottesloe, after turning 2nd, they look like they're going to take out the final. Kurrawa will push them all the way to the end, but North Cottesloe are our winners here in the women's final. An outstanding row by them to get them over the line. Well done also to the team from Kurrawa. A great performance right throughout the weekend. Let's take a look at the official results from the final. North Cottesloe will be 1st. 2nd is Kurrawa. 3rd, Southport Shooters. In 4th place, Allura Wilco. And the Lorne Edge finishing in 5th.
How is that?
Oh, that was great. Good feeling. It's been a tough weekend with the challenging conditions. You know, not a lot of big surf, but it's been windy and choppy, and you really got to be on your game with your skills. So, been gradually working through that through the races, and pretty excited to just keep improving, and finish on a high note.
Finish on a high note. You come all the way across the country to win.
Yeah, it's a long trip, and pretty excited. 1st Triple Crown, and yeah, it's good. Nice result.
Congratulations once again for the girls from North Cottesloe, a fantastic victory in the women's final. It's now time to move on to the men's final, and what a race we've got coming up for you here. Let's take a look at how they will line up. Currumbin Haskell, they'll be in alley number 1. Northcliffe Nitro in 2. Currumbin Barbarians in the middle in alley number 3. Maroochydore Force and North Cottesloe Euros. That's how they will line up in the Open men's final. Well, Wilco, he's out of the boat. He's back in the commentary box. And Wilco, we've got a great race coming up here in the men's final.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not in the boat for this one, back up here with you. But this is a rule, East versus West. North Cottesloe, the only crew to break the Queensland dominance in the men's here. 4 Queensland crews, 1 from WA. No doubt North Cottesloe will try and emulate what the women just did and try and get away with this final and beat all those Queenslanders home.
Well, the Currumbin Barbarians in alley number 3, North Cottesloe Euros in alley number 5. Both of those crews finished the preliminary rounds with 4 wins apiece. They'd be the ones I think we might be looking for to challenge for the win here in the final.
Yeah, the Barbars, Currumbin Barbarians, they're on top of the points after the 5 rounds. They've been the form crew all day, and you can see just edging out in front there of Northcliffe and the second Currumbin crew. Although North Cottesloe, they're in alley 5. That's all day long because of the nor'east wind, because of the angle of the swells and the run into the beach. That's been the favoured alleys, and we saw that in the women's final. North Cottesloe had alley 5 in the women's final. They've got it in the men's final. That could be fortuitous for them. It could be a good run home, and hopefully they can get themselves up there.
Well, it's been a great start for all of these crews. Very little in between the crews 1 through to 5. We just saw the Maroochydore crew there on board, in fact, with them now. They're now sitting in around about 3rd place as we head towards the Cairns and start heading home. Wilco, nothing between these crews.
No, you can see here, again, A grade. Very little separates the best and the worst boats. It all comes down. Everyone's just as fit as each other. They're all just as strong. It'll all come down to the little things that they do right. And there's not too many mistakes here made usually.
All 5 crews have got around the Cairns cleanly. Let's take a look how they got around. And the Currumbin Barbarians, they're out in front over Northcliffe. Maroochydore turned in 3rd. Currumbin Haskells, they're in 4th. And North Cottesloe, a bit of work to do. They have turned in 5th place. But again, only about a boat length separating 1st from 5th.
Yeah, Maroochydore just on shot there before, pulled onto a very good runner. North Cottesloe, again, in the best alley. They'll have a good run home here, but Currumbin it is. The Barbarians out in front. They're the ones to beat at the moment.
Maroochydore, they turned in 3rd place. They're now pushing hard and challenging for 2nd.
And it looks like Currumbin, they're chasing a run towards the south. They've come in and crowded on top of Maroochydore there. That could be costly for both crews here. You can see them clashing oars. When they're clashing oars like that, it means that the boat hasn't got the best run. Not only is that bad for Maroochydore, it's bad for Currumbin. After leading the whole way, that's the last thing they want.
Well, it looks like Currumbin have in fact dropped off that little bit of a run there, but Maroochydore, they have actually pulled onto it. They're going to challenge North Cottesloe. They're going to push it hard now, just rest in the arms and legs. They will look to put the oars back into the water, as they do right now, and they will push it all the way to the edge, and they will be the winners of the final of the Opens men. Maroochydore Force will take it out over North Cottesloe Euros. Wilco, what an end to that final.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunate there for, looks like Currumbin trying to get them again. Yeah, Currumbin, they broke their line coming in. They slewed a little bit towards the south, creeped up onto Maroochydore, but Maroochydore were lucky enough to hold their line, keep the run on the boat. Currumbin had to correct for it. That's where they lost the run off the boat and unfortunately end up down in 3rd position.
Well, Maroochydore are our winners in the men's final. North Cottesloe in 2nd, the Barbarians in 3rd, Northcliffe Nitro dropped back to 4th, and the Currumbin Haskells finished in 5th place.
Well done, guys. That was a pretty good race.
Yeah, it was a tough race. We really buggered up the start, and the boys just cool heads, and they just worked their way back into it and turned the can, and they just wait for opportunities and no mistakes, and that's what it is, and they got it.
For people who don't really understand the sport, how important is the teamwork?
It's vital. You know, it's vital. It's not all about strongest, biggest guys. It's combination, unity, self-belief, everything like that. That's what wins you these carnivals.
Well, Wilco, a fantastic performance by the crew from Maroochydore, and it really has been a great weekend of racing here on the Gold Coast.
Absolutely. What 2 cracking finals to set up round 1 of the Triple Crown. Can't wait for round 2.
Well, round 2 will be down in Anglesea, Victoria. Grant Wilkinson, thanks very much for joining us, and I look forward to joining you down in Victoria in a couple of weeks' time. I'm Glenn Hawke. Thanks for joining us for the Staminade Triple Crown Series from the Gold Coast.